There has been a lot of skepticism when it comes to hospitality. What is the difference between hospitality and hotel management? So let's break the ice.
I was very clear after 4 years that I want to start my entrepreneurial journey.
So to talk about the current status of hospitality, the future is of course bright.
How easy is it to move internationally within the hospitality industry?
When you talk about a hospitality-oriented programs, there are few institutes, and of course Vatel is one of them.
I think the core department has long working hours and ancillary departments are 9 to 5 jobs.
There was a time when hospitality professionals had to undergo a long working hour schedule.
Hi, my name is Sanchi Arora and I am a pass out of 2023 batch from Sushant University, Vatel Hospitality and Business School. So we are here at Echo House to discuss some questions with Dr. Saurav, Dean of Hospitality and Business School, Vatel. So before we start this podcast, let me introduce myself. As I told you, my name is Sanchi Arora and I am the owner at Aman's Fish and Chick Gurgaon, which is a Mughlai and Indian restaurant based in Sector 55 Gurgaon. I have my own entrepreneurial journey, but before that, I would like to put up some questions to Dr. Saurav so that it could help many students who want to be the part of the hospitality sector. How would you describe the current state of hospitality internationally and in India?
There has been a lot of skepticism when it comes to hospitality. I get queries from a lot of parents who are thinking of getting their wards and students admitted to the hospitality college, that what is the difference between hospitality and hotel management. So let's break the ice and try to gauge and compare what all comes under hotel management and what hospitality is all about. Before we talk about the opportunities in India and global context, we would like to mention the opportunities for students post completion of the hotel management program. So hotel management is generally a 4-year program. It's an undergrad program. Students from any field, irrespective of whether they have done their 12th from commerce background or arts or humanities, science, any background, they can join in the 4-year undergrad program. There are different nomenclatures of hotel management program. We'll talk about this at a later stage. But as far as opportunities are concerned, post completion of 4 years, students have the opportunity to not just go to hotels but start their own entrepreneurial journey, which of course you did. There are other opportunities wherein you can get into real estate sector. You can get into hospitals nowadays. Max, Medanta, Fortis, there are many hospitals who have kind of a similar setup of what five-star hotels have. Any industry which is customer oriented has a scope for hospitality in it.
So you're saying any student coming from any academic background, be
Yes.
it commerce, be it humanities, or be it science, anybody can go for hospitality.
Yes,
Right.
of course.
And through hospitality, they can go in real estate, they can go in hospitals, and they
Not just real estate. There are opportunities in India, but when you talk about global opportunities, there are a lot of entrepreneurs, there are a lot of chefs, there are a lot of hospitality professionals who have set it up their base in US, in France.
So it's glad to know that they are not just restricted to hotels.
Yes, they're not just restricted to hotels.
And restaurants.
You can start with your own culinary venture in say abroad. If you're not willing to start your own venture, you can get into real estate abroad. You can join cruise liners. There are a lot of opportunities for undergrad students for cruise liners operations. There are airlines field also. Of course, the prerequisite is again a hospitality oriented course. So it depends on what your aim is. You have your passion, and then to drive that passion, you have an inclination towards one particular subject. But once you complete the course, you are clear that where do you want to see yourself after 6 months or 8 months of
Yeah,
journey.
I was very clear after 4 years that I want to start my entrepreneurial journey. So I think after 4 years, anybody can be
Yes,
sure.
yes, of course. So to talk about the current status of hospitality, the future is of course bright. The concern here is that people are not aware of what hospitality is. But once you get into this field, there are n number of opportunities. And once you complete a program, this is not just hotels. Any customer-oriented field you can get into, be it banks, be it multinational companies also. So you can also take this course as a bachelor's BBA course, because the program that we have on offer at Vatel Hotel and Tourism Business School also integrate courses of business and business administration. And of course, I believe that these courses might have helped you in your
Of course.
entrepreneurial journey.
Yes. What types of career paths are available in hospitality beyond hotels and restaurants?
As I mentioned, of course, the entrepreneurial path is anyways there, but once you complete your program, if you would like to pursue higher studies, say for example, post completion of a bachelor's course, you get into a MBA course and then you get yourself enrolled in a PhD program. You can also choose an academic path wherein you can be professors and then you can climb up that ladder and reach to a higher level. I've already mentioned multinational companies. So companies like Genpact, Wipro, we have a lot of students who post completion of this course have got their place in a multinational company. And since it is a customer oriented field, the companies also prefer, the MNCs also prefer to have more of hospitality oriented students and not just a business BBA student. So that
I
plays.
would like to ask, on a scale of 1 to 10, how helpful is masters in hospitality?
At this point of time where we are right now, bachelors and masters are a very compulsory kind of a courses. So it's like a basic qualification that everyone should get once.
Masters too.
Masters too, and then you can decide your path. If you do get into academics, you can do PhD. If you do start your own journey, you can do that. If you want to get into banks, a lot of bank managers are from the customer oriented field like hospitality. So yes, the opportunities are
I was
countless.
asking that for myself because I haven't done master
Now,
yet.
you should do masters.
How easy is it to move internationally within the hospitality industry?
Okay, so when you talk about a hospitality oriented programs, there are few of institute, and of course Vatel is one of them, wherein you get opportunities to go abroad and have a multicultural exposure. So once you enroll in the program, in the first year itself, there are 2 month holidays wherein you get into a Nimes summer internship program. Nimes is a beautiful city in south of France, and the students can go have a multicultural exposure, train there. The boarding and lodging, of course, is taken care by Vatel School. So you can learn and you can have your fun time also at an international locations. And again, if you are more keen to go for a longer duration of time, there is one more opportunity in our Vatel program wherein in the third year you can choose any Vatel school across the globe. So just to mention, we have around 31 countries, may 55 schools. You can choose any of the schools and spend one full year. You can do your studies, do your internship, and then you can.
So the program is called Marco Polo, right?
Yes, that
It was
program
there
is
in my
Marco.
batch also, and many students went.
Yes, a lot of students each year, everyone kind of do this program. And the main idea or the main rationale behind this program is to give students an idea of how an international study or a
Hospitality
multicultural
works.
exposure at an international platform looks like.
I think it's important also to let them know how hospitality looks like internationally.
Yes.
There are so many degrees in hospitality like BBA, BHM, BSc. What's the difference between them?
Okay, so BSc is Bachelor of Science, BBA is Business Administration. There are a few nomenclature of the degrees which are UGC approved, University Grant Commission. BHM is one of those degrees. BHM CT with an emphasis on catering technology is one more degree like BHM. But BHM is a 4-year program which has BBA components also, as I mentioned earlier, and then you have hospitality core courses and ancillary courses also embedded in this program. So what's the best program for you? You have to do your analysis. But if you ask me, BBA is only for business oriented professionals. But if you want to have a larger frame and then you want to decide which field you would like to enter into, you should do a BHM program.
I remember till 2018 we had BSc. Only BSc.
Yes.
And from my batch, we all started with
Yes, so we also kind of evolved from BSc to BHM, and the program has also gone under a lot of revisions and changes, which every university I'm
That is
sure
what
does.
we were
But
told.
yes, BHM is what it is now, and to have a better career prospect, you have to do a BHM program.
What are the chances of moving from mid-level management positions, and how long does it take usually?
Hospitality is more of a skilled program. It's a technical course. So it depends on what field you choose in your third year. So you have to decide your specialization. If you choose core courses, which is front office, housekeeping, food and beverage services, and production, culinary, the hierarchy is around 7 to 8 steps are there. So it takes a lot of time and effort, and there has to be a passion in the
But it's
personnel.
fruitful in the end.
But it's fruitful in the end. There are ancillary courses also wherein we have learning and development, we have training department, we have
Acha.
human resources, we have sales and marketing, wherein the hierarchy is a little less, and then you reach to a higher level at a in a very short span of time.
So I think the core department has long working hours, and the ancillary departments are 9 to 5 jobs.
There was a time when hospitality professionals have to undergo a long working hour schedule, but now it's 10 hours, and there are hotels also who are quite considerate of how many hours an employee puts in when he or she is doing. So it doesn't matter whether you are a female or a male professional, hospitality professionals, 10 hours is maximum that you have to go through. And then if you would like to give in more hours, that depends on you, because how fast you would like to grow, you can add in 2 or 3 hours in a daily schedule time, and then the more the hours, the more is the output. So it's good for you in that ways.
No pain, no gain.
No pain, no gain.
How is starting a business in hospitality is different from other industries?
For hospitality, first you need to gauge what kind of business and at what intensity you would like to start it. In your case, it was a humble, open kind of an experiential kind of a new business. So a minimum investment could be 15 lakhs, 17 lakhs to start that business. I'm not sure how much money you have put in, but to have a kind of a dark kitchen or a Zomato outlet or a cloud kitchen, you can invest in 15, 18 lakhs, and then you gradually progress. If it's an outlet, 15, 18 lakhs is what you can invest. Of course, the variance could not be decided in a span of 5 to 10 minutes, because again it depends on how much investment you would like to put in. If you would like to start with your own chota venture, you can put in 15, 18 lakhs. If it's a full-fledged coffee shop, a restaurant, you can add in more 15 lakh and make it 30. If you would like to spend more on ambience so that people can not just for coffee and shakes and snacks.
Basically, it could
Yeah,
attract the
it's-
corporate crowd.
Yes, it could attract the corporate crowd, and then it's an experience for others. It's not just about food. Sometimes it's an experience. So the experiential.
Sometimes about socializing also.
Yes, it's sometimes. So people want some place to get away at that point of time, wherein they can be themselves and have 1 hour of a good time with just them, with friends or family. It doesn't matter. If it's a hotel, if it's a restaurant, if it's a cafe, if it's a dark kitchen, uh, it depends on what kind of entrepreneurial startup you would like to start.
Nowadays, starting a venture is easy. If I am not wrong, since there are so many cloud kitchens opening, people have started working from their home.
Yes.
So the ladies who are usually at home cooking for their families have started their own cloud kitchens,
Mhm.
and they provide home cooked meals. And people like us who are living out of their homes and they don't get home meals easily, so we totally rely on these people.
And you know what the good thing is? People are very comfortable nowadays to share their experiences of
Yeah.
how they have started their own business.
Yes, totally.
So if you go to the other person and ask for help, they are willing to help you. Hospitality business is all about connections. You have to have a connection of suppliers. You have to have a connection of from where you will source or procure your material. So it's all about connections, and it's a good thing that there are a lot of cafes, lot of outlets, lot of hospitality oriented business that is coming in, and it's kind of a wave that has started in the last 5 and 6 years, that everyone wants to get into hospitality business. I remember when during 1920s, when Corona hit, uh, even engineers lost their jobs,
Yes.
work from home. Uh, where I stay, about 70% of the engineering professionals have started their own culinary business.
Oh.
So it started from home baking. A lot of new generation Gen Z
And now they
students,
have grown.
and now they have full-fledged business, hospitality business. So this suffices that hospitality is a great field, but still there is a question mark in parents' mind that what hospitality encompasses.
So the best part is hospitality welcomes everybody.
Yeah, so again, as I mentioned, it's more going towards a culinary oriented interaction, but hospitality is not just culinary. Hospitality is not just human resources. When I say hospitality, it is often termed as business of businesses. So if you go to a hotel, you will find engineers, you will find an engineering department, you will find an IT department, you will find a liaison department, you will find accounts, you will find business, you will find corporate communications, you will find sales and marketing. So uh, it's officially termed as business of businesses. So whatever you think of, it's there in the hospitality sector. And as I mentioned, 2 years down the line, if you enter this program, 2 years down the line, if you're not okay and if you're not convinced what you need to do in the next 2 years, you can of course choose a business oriented field, because as I mentioned, there are a number of opportunities for hospitality professionals. Companies now look for hotel professionals in every field.
So what do you think? Someone who is shy or introvert can be the part of the industry?
The moment you join this sector, I can only take references from our institute. There is a dedicated center for soft skills that we have. So a 12th pass out student have very less idea of what hospitality is. Uh, get into this field, and it's not just hospitality. You will come out as a budding a professional, I can say. Okay, so I'm not sure that everyone at this stage is very shy, because there was a time 15-20 years back the 12th pass out students are of that shy stage. But
I think social media has also helped so
Yes.
many people to come
Yes.
out their
So
comfort
people-
zones and
Yes. So people are now more aware. They know that they are making a conscious decision of joining this sector. And if 5 or 7% quotient is there, that there are some students that I can say of that shy nature, we kind of mold them. We take special sessions for them. So there's a center for soft skills at our university who kind of gauges and interact with every fresher student, every first year student that we have. They analyze what is the requirement, kind of embed soft skills and hard skills in them. And once they graduate, they are more confident, they are more uh, I can say up to date with the trend. So that ways they are more kind of confident, but they know what they are doing.
I remember my school teachers when I chose this sector, when I came to this institute. I remember my 12th class teachers saying, Sanchi, you have chosen the best field for yourself, because I was so talkative.
But again, when you join any institute, be it hospitality or any institute, the first 1 month is scary for some students, because they have left those 12th, 11th class. If you can survive that 1 month in any field, there is no stopping you in the next 3 or 4 years.
I think the 1 month of industrial training, where you actually get to know how hotel operations are
Yes.
and how they work, that is scary. But once that 1 month is passed and you're used to it, it helps you a lot.
So if you remember in our 4-year curriculum, in the first semester we have this component by the name of Industry Connect. Okay, wherein we kind of give an exposure of what hospitality industry is to the student, and not just sending them directly to hotels or any other multinational companies for a 6-month internship.
You used to take us to a big hotel,
Yes.
5-star hotel,
Yes.
to just
Yes.
let us watch how
Let
the
us watch
operations
and
work.
explore
Yes.
and try to grasp what all is there in
I
the
remember
hospitality
we all
sector.
went.
Yes, yes. So there are a lot of hotels. Once you are at an accommodating stage, once you know the industry, it is more easier for you to adapt to situations. Okay. So if not just more professional, uh, through case studies, you are more uh, adaptable to situations, and your thinking power also increases.
Yes,
Your
totally agree.
analytical skills also increases. So when I say you are a true hospitality professional, Sachi, I mean to say that you have every skill a hospitality professional should have. Of course, आपने choose किया है your culinary profession, but the idea of this program is not just to give a certain student a profession of his or her choice. The idea is to make or create individuals with more empathy, with more ethical oriented principles and skills in them, and we ensure that each of our student is ready for the outside global world. It depends on the student where they would like to be in the next 1 or 2 years. So students choose their own path, but if you
I
talk
think
about
right after 2 years, it's very easy for you to decide. You know what you want to
yes,
choose.
yes. Talking about hospitality, I can say that only 50-60% of our students join hotels. Rest of them either join multinational companies because they wanted a more 9 to 5 kind of a job. But then that is a separate journey. Hospitality hotels is a separate journey. Uh, a real estate sector is a different journey altogether. Uh, there are needs and demands of every field, and it happens with engineering, it happens with any IT field, it happens with any medical field. So there are some kind of expectations out of that particular field, and if students meet these expectations,
But the best part is
reward is
our institute provides placements in many sectors like real estates, corporates, and hotels.
yes.
So we are not only just restricted to.
Yes, you are not just restricted to hotels. Yes.
So, what can students do during their college years to stand out when applying for jobs?
Colleges have events that they plan on a regular basis. Some colleges do it after every 1 month, some do it every 15 days. Uh, we try to have that exposure through events also. We give those tasks, those checklists to students and let them manage, implement, do the brainstorming, do the firefighting. And then again, when I say what students need to do, I guess students learn more through these kind of events and an exposure which is real time and not just through theory or practical sessions. So the second option is there are events at a very large scale, for example, AHAR or any other event which the F&B catering industry does.
Related to F&B and
Related to F&B or hospitality. We send our students to those events. Uh, there are some big weddings also. I would not like to mention, but our students catered to very big
I remember
weddings,
completely.
and they kind of managed from the scratch, uh, even the service part, personal butlers, interacted with who's who of the entertainment industry, film industry.
So we
And
can mention where the wedding happened. The wedding happened in Jaisalmer.
okay, the wedding happened at Jaisalmer. It was a
Big
it
celebrity
was a big
wedding.
celebrity wedding
That's
wherein
it.
that's it, wherein our students uh, were given a task to manage it from scratch, of course, with the assistance of the hotel staff. And then they came out with flying colors, and that was the real time exposure that everyone asks for when they send their ward to any institute. That apart from theoretical and even practical studies, of course, this is a technical course and there is a practical component, and students gain more knowledge and expertise through practicals. But when it comes to events and exposures, it's the situations, how you handle those situations. It's the experiential touch that the students get, and through these experiences, what they gain, you will not be able to gauge through any end term or midterm examinations.
So, sir, what advice would you like to give to someone who's about to start their hospitality journey?
Let's start the answer from you, Sachi.
Okay.
What advice you will give if someone would like to open or have something in mind that they would like to start their own venture? What advice you will give in general, not just a culinary venture, but in general? uh, you have faced many challenges, and then uh, after a year of struggle, you are where you are now. So what challenges you have faced?
I think I will just say, just be positive. I know 1 year, 2 years, it will be hard. The hospitality requires hard work, but at the end of the day, it's fruitful, and no matter what happens, but you love it.
I would like to add to it, always have fun at work. Okay. The moment
that.
you take it as a job, the moment you take it as uh, a stress within your own business, the moment you will start seeing those numbers that it is not getting done uh, what you are thinking of, you're not achieving those targets. You need not have to be so impatient, or you don't need to get those panic attacks that you are not doing well in life. You have to give 6 8 months or even a year. It depends on what field you have chosen. If it's a restaurant, if it's a small outlet, if it's a hotel, if it's a lot of hospitality students, those who are IT oriented students but get into hospitality, they kind of develop a food related apps. So again, when I say apps, restaurants, these all are different fields, but a hospitality professional can get into any field. And then once you invest, so it's an investment, once you invest 1 2 years, and then you try to understand what your competitors are doing, and then you try to mold yourself. Okay, what's in these days? Of course, when you have started your business, you started off with something else, and then as time passes, after 6 or 8 months, you kind of reinvented the wheel and started from scratch, that this works in the restaurant, and I need to change my menu, I need to market it that ways, I need to change that ways, I need to call YouTubers for the social media effect, the Instagram. Everything is the part of the plan. Okay, you need to invest 1 year, you need to do marketing right, you need to do social media thing. And then once you are sustained, don't think of whatever you have earned in the last 1 year. When you start your business, don't see numbers, it's always in the negative. Okay, but once you complete 1 full year, then you start seeing your progress, and when you see those numbers, you will get the confidence that whatever I've done in life, it is now yielding fruits. Okay, so that ways you can take up the journey from 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, and within a span of I will not mention how fruitful it is, because people say that hospitality is just uh, a job wherein there is not much of money, there's no monetary gain, it's all hard work. It's not true. It's not true. If sitting here, even if what you are earning and what I am earning in a span of 10 to 15 years of me completing our graduation, people will be jealous of us, that what we have achieved in this 15 years. So it depends on how passionate, how much time you have invested, what's your idea, what's your actual plan of the next 5 years, and how do you jot down that plan ke steps in the next 5 years is what it matters. So it's a great field, and the program itself, what you choose also is a kind of an eye opener for some of the parents, I'm sure. But it matters a lot what kind of program you choose for hospitality. As I mentioned, there is a BSc in hospitality. The nomenclature differs, but the program is the same, because it's all hospitality at the end of the day. But what value additions you are getting in the hospitality program? Value addition, when I say, it's more of a multicultural exposure, it's more of these kind of events that students manage, it's more of uh, the firefighting, not just the actual firefighting, but the firefighting skills that is embedded in the student, that whenever there is a problem, how the student reacts. So it's more of a situation handling that prepares you for the next 5 6 years once you graduate. The curriculum is the same, it's the teaching pedagogy that is different at Vatel. When I talk about Vatel at Sushant University, the teaching pedagogy, the emphasis on each student that we give, uh, we are very much concerned where our students get placed. A lot of students take it, a lot of colleges take it in a way that you need to get into some kind of companies once you complete the program, and then it's done and dusted. We at Vatel try to build that reputation, build that connect with our students. So if you remember, you are a 2023 pass out, and you are still in touch with all the members of the faculty at somewhere, some place. You take guidance from your faculty, and which helps you now.
I remember calling you multiple times.
No, that is okay. That is
I
we
remember calling you multiple times for the recipes, for everything.
Yes, that will always be there. So it's more of a human connect, and that's what the hospitality field is all about. Uh, it's not just a 4 year program. A lot of universities or colleges are offering a 4 year program. What matters is what is the end result of that program. Is it just the job? Is it more of a satisfaction that you get once you complete this program, because you get into something that you aim for? You have achieved something in life straight after leaving college. You passed out in 2023, and in 1 year,
It was not easy,
yeah,
clearly.
it was not easy. But then
First 1 year, 1.5 year was not easy. It was not at all. It took me a lot of time to understand this business. Actually, when I started this, it was not, I didn't understand it. But when 2 years passed, I realized, okay, there are the things where I went wrong. These are the things. And it helped me a lot.
But you know what the good thing is? People take this 2 years का time just to realize जहाँ पे आपने act किया है. People take 2, 3 years, 4 years just to sit down and realize what they need to do in their lives. And you completed in 2023 and it's 2025 now. What you have achieved, it's a lot of people's dream.
But I would like to extend my thank you also to the
So much.
faculty and you, because your motivation and everything has helped me a lot.
Thank you.
And your availability whenever I call you, whenever everything, your help. So yes, even
We are
after
always
the
available
college
for
is
our
finished,
students.
it is a very
It's not
big
just
thing.
with you. We are always available for our students 24/7. I get calls at 9:30, 10 at night asking for queries from our pass out students that we are stuck here, what we need to do. Okay. So it's not, as I mentioned, it's not just about placements, it's about the human connect that we had
Yes,
with
it's
our
just
students.
about the bond
It's,
that
it's
we have
about the bond,
created.
and we have high hopes from our students. Students have their own hopes, but we have high hopes from our students that uh, it's not pressure for us to get our students placed at a good place, but yes, it's what we feel confident about, that at Vatel, at Sushant University, we have achieved uh, in the form of student success. We have achieved a lot, and we hope that this program will give more opportunities to the more students and parents who would like to
I am
enter
sure
into
it
this
will.
field. So talking about events, Sachi, if you could share some of your good moments or bad, whichever would you prefer, about your 4 years journey at Vatel at Sushant University. Was it eventful? What all events you faced? And it was fruitful, of course, but what is gained out of those 4 years of eventful life, if you could share something?
I won't lie, but the moment I sat here, I totally went to the time when I was in the college, when I first came in and I got enrolled. And there was a dean at that time. I don't remember his name right now, but he took my interview, and so I had a very unique email ID. I remember, so it was kiddish. So he told me, "Okay, you are made for hospitality. The kind of email ID you have is totally meant for hospitality." And I won't lie, but yes, when I came in, it was all fun and everything until and unless the moment I went for the 1 month internship program. I won't say it was easy, but yes, it made me realize that yes, if it is scary, at the same point of time, it's fruitful also.
Was it actually scary?
See, the thing is, we just came from 12th standard. We
Yes.
didn't know what the real life is about. So, me being just 18 years old, going to a sector where are people so mature and so good in their field that they are 25, 26 years old and they are so professional. So, it was very difficult to be around them.
It was kind of challenging
It
for
was
you.
challenging. Yes,
Challenging
yes,
for
the
you.
correct word is challenging. But
But if you
yes,
could recall some of the events at your time.
so I remember putting up stalls and we had events, some small events, some big events. I remember we friends decided to put up a stall and we put a stall for chole kulche and the rolls, and it was loved by everybody. So at that point of time, I realized that making people eat and knowing that they like what I prepared is what I love the most. And I think that was the moment I wanted to start my own venture. I think, yes, that was the moment.
Talking about events, it's not just the putting up the stalls. Yes, of course, you were culinary centric. You were more inclined towards preparing food and feeding guests.
Yes.
You chose that path, but our main aim is to build that confidence in what you can achieve in say next 2-3 years or at that point of time. The idea is that you accomplished to put up a stall. Of course, you have managed to have some kind of paisa also. So that is a separate thing. But the confidence that you get made you decided and zeroed down to what you have achieved till now. So these are some events that you have mentioned. There are events wherein it's more incubation focused. Okay, a lot of our students have this aim that they would like to do their own startup, and this is the time when you can plan your own startup. But yes, uh, when I say uh, you have to be more professional, and there has to be an inclination, 100% commitment of what you're trying to achieve towards your goal. We have a dedicated incubation cell at Sushant University. I'm not sure whether it was there at your time.
No, it was. I think it was. No, it was not there. But yes, you guys were.
We were in the
planning
planning
to have it.
stage.
Yes,
So
you guys
in
have done.
2023 starting, we inaugurated our incubation cell. So at Vatel Hotel and Tourism Business School now, when we have uh, pass outs or second year or first year students who are clear what you want to do in life, what they would like to achieve in next 3 or 4 years, we have a dedicated incubation cell at Sushant University, wherein whosoever would like to start their entrepreneurial journey, we give them a basic uh, guideline, help with not just with infrastructure. So, say for example, if you are passing out of Hotel and Tourism Business School at Sushant University, and you have mentioned and you are keen to start your own business, you can also run it for the initial 3 or 4 years from Sushant University premises. Now the university is at Golf Course Road, and you can gauge how costly the shops and even the rent is at the Golf Course Road. And what if you get uh, an office space at Golf Course Road for the next 3-4 years once you graduate from our university, and for the next 3-4 years you need not have to worry about from where you will operate.
Okay.
So if you would like
you
to,
don't have to worry about the financial issue.
no. For the initial, we handhold our students now, and we started it in 2022 end December, and we have incubated a lot of projects, not just with hospitality, but Sushant University as a whole. We have 7 different schools, and when our students say there are still around 35-40% of the students who would like to start their own venture. When the students say in the first year that now मुझे अपना startup शुरू करना है, we handhold them, give them dedicated lectures, have visits to MSMEs, have visits to similar kind of businesses that the students aim to open, and then they give those entrepreneurs give those real time experiences, share their experiences, give them insights, handhold them, get them connected to different suppliers or agents in that particular field, and then you kind of dhire dhire you start your own business. And then once you have all the knowledge, then we say that okay, now you are on your own. After 3 years you have gained enough knowledge, and it's time for you to step up out in the outside.
The university is helping somebody financially through incubation cell that you have mentioned. So is the person is in partnership with the university, or what is it if we talk
Okay, so
financially?
we are a non-profitable organization wherein
Okay.
we help in terms of incubation cell. It's non-profitable,
Okay.
but yes, there is. If we say that we are investing our time outside the academic curriculum, so we handhold our students, we give them feedback, and just like Shark Tank,
Okay.
so 1-2%
Okay.
here and there just for the references the university gets. And for this 1-2%, they are also helping students monetary. So we will help you get funds also. If not from outside, even the university can put in funds in your business, which is new. And then once it reaches to certain level, then you can be on your own, and then you can start or take it from there.
That is helpful.
Yes.
I'm sure.
Yes. So it's not leveraging. It's more about hand holding students and help them come out with flying colors. Incubation is a very tough journey when you talk about it. People plan well in advance. 3-4 साल तक planning करते हैं कि मुझे अपना कुछ business open करना है. But this 3-4 year का planning 6-7 साल का प्लानिंग बन जाता है, बट स्टिल दे आर स्केप्टिकल कि मुझे ये खोलना चाहिए कि नहीं खोलना चाहिए. देयर आर लॉट ऑफ बिजनेसेस इन द मार्केट, क्या वो सर्वाइव करेगा कि नहीं करेगा. व्हेन यू हैव अ बैकअप, a support system for you. In case of our incubation cell, it's more of a support system for our students. When you have support system, students are more confident in opening their own venture, that okay, there is someone to back on when you are not performing as good as what you have expected. So that ways, incubation cell at Vatel and Sushant University, we envision to help our students achieve what they dreamt.
So I never asked you this in college, but I would like to know about your journey in hospitality industry,
Okay.
as you are from the same background, and I know you have worked in hotels as a chef,
Yes.
and you're a very renowned chef also.
I chose science stream in my 11th and 12th because my friends were joining that field. So I was more inclined towards becoming a chef. But then there was some kind of pressure wherein I have to be at par with the other colleagues of mine. So I joined uh, my school with science subjects. When I passed out, I gave all the examinations, but then my parents asked me, is there something that you have in your mind and आप कुछ अचीव करना चाहते हो जो हम शायद से नहीं कर पा रहे. And thankfully I shared with them that okay, my passion is this, I would like to join the hospitality sector. And my mom was very helpful that way, that okay, uh, I have been helping her in the kitchens since childhood. तो मैं 6th 7th क्लास से ही पूरा मैनेज करता आ रहा था. So by the time I was 12, I was involved in a lot of cooking, home cooking. So I thought, why not this field? I chose this field, and when I completed my graduation, I got selected as a management trainee. Now, this is a, for the viewers, this is a program which is on an MBA platform, which every 5-star hotel runs.
ITC,
ITC, Maurya, Taj, and other international groups also.
Taj.
Once you complete this program, you are absorbed by the same hotel as assistant manager. So if you choose culinary, you get to a level of kitchen executive or a chef de partie, what we call it.
So if you successfully do this program, you can achieve the management level
Yes, yes.
in short span of time, which
Yes.
is taken, matlab, the time that is taken a lot. As
Yes.
per her.
So I got selected for Intercontinental. That's the 5-star hotel now, the Lalit New Delhi. I got selected as a management trainee there, and then one more opportunity was there, wherein it was of Taj SATS, so Singapore Airline Terminal Services is the full name. So I have two options wherein I zeroed down to the Intercontinental Management Training Program. So it's a 2-year rigorous program, and then once I completed that program, I managed the kitchens at different kitchens. So I am a chef with a French culinary expertise. So मैं French खाने में ज़्यादा involved था at the initial stage. But then
So you're a dean, but you have the blood of a chef.
yes, you can say. And French is something that I chose because it was my passion. Then that passion में थोड़ा सा add on हो गया with international cuisines, and Italian became the second love.
Through French, like you just mentioned French, I remember we were also taught French in the college. So is it
Yes.
still there?
Yes, it's there. Being a French institute, Vatel is has a French origin. So the head office is in France, and the degree is of French origin.
Yes.
It's an international degree
We also
recognized
got
by
one,
French
yes.
government. So yes, that ways I had no idea that I was joining. I was going to join Vatel after 6-7 years के बाद. But then French cuisine is what I was passionate about. Then Italian became the second love. I was very fond of pasta and pizzas. I started consulting restaurants once I completed my management training program. So I started consulting restaurants and helped them with manpower, menu designing, and other things. I still do, but ज़्यादा नहीं कर पाता because of the job
Pressure,
demands
obviously.
where I'm now. But yes, this is something that I am very fond of. I am very much fond of Indian cuisine, especially kebabs, and speciality of Aman Fish and Chick also. Yes, I know. I have to visit Aman Fish and Chick. Say 3 or 4 years of experience with hotels. Uh, there was some kind of family issues that came up, and then I had to leave hotel industry.
The hospitality sector.
Yes, I'm still with hospitality industry, but yes, hotels I have to leave, and then I switched to academics. So by that time, I've completed my management training plus an MBA from one of the renowned universities. When I joined academics, it's been already 6 and 7 years with hotels, and people were saying that इतना अच्छा job है क्यों छोड़ रहे हो? Then I said that whatever I'll do, I'll give my 100%, and this is something that my family
Wants
they
from you.
wants. No, it's not wants. It's that you sometimes you have to decide between good and what's better for you. Okay, so I decided to choose this field, academics, and then I enrolled myself in a PhD program. That's
And now
where
you're
from
a
the
doctor,
doctor
Saurabh.
comes in. So I did with my full 100% efforts. I completed that PhD program, and from last 10 years, I've been with different universities, and it's been 5 years with Vatel here, as you already know. I am pretty much happy because I'm still connected with my roots, and when I say my roots, kitchens is where my heart is. So I still take practicals. Of course, I was associate dean at your time, and आप उसको recall कर पा रहे होगे that I still take practicals उस समय भी और अभी भी. So this is something that I would like to have my connect with, that एक बारी आप once you are a chef, you are always a chef. Doctor comes again at a different.
Like I said, blood of a chef.
Always a chef. So that ways I'm happy with what I've achieved till now, and as I mentioned that it's not just about the program, it's not just about what you're trying to do, it's about कि आप अपना पूरा 100% efforts उस चीज में डाल रहे हो कि नहीं, and that is what will yield the result that you have dreamt of, है ना? तो उसी में ही बस it's been last 15-16 years I'm associated with hospitality as a field, and probably touch wood for the next 30-35 years जब तक काम कर सकते हैं we'll stick to hospitality, because hospitality is where my heart is.
So we have touched upon key highlights of Vatel BHM programs. Just if you could sum it up in few lines of about how what program looks like for the viewers and the parents who are still thinking of for their children to get enrolled in the hospitality sector.
So that's a tough one. Vatel is a leading hospitality and tourism business school group based out of France. They have close to 50 plus institutes and colleges in the field of hospitality and tourism business in 31 countries. In India, the BHM program, the Vatel BHM program is at Sushant University. So if you talk about their Indian origins and relevance, we are the only college of Vatel who can offer a 4-year BHM program in India. Now talking about the USPs, of course you have been through all the USPs, but just to sum up in a few lines and words, the USP of this program is an international certifications from Vatel. Of course, every student will get an international full-fledged certifications from Vatel France. That is of more value to our Indian students. A lot of parents now think that acha, we have to get our students graduated from an international school, but what if their student is getting the same degree within the India ka premises at an Indian hospitality school? What's better than this? And at 1/5 of the cost, of course. So international certifications is one of our USP. Student exchange program, as I mentioned in the podcast, our students can go for 1 full year at any of our Vatel schools globally, can complete 1 semester of academic studies plus 1 semester of internship. They can also, some parents are quite skeptical about sending their wards for 1 full year, so you can also go for 2 months or 6 months or 8 months to our Vatel Nimes, which is in south of France, a beautiful city. You can spend 2 months. Boarding and lodging, of course, is taken care by Vatel, so you need not have to pay. So it's not a program wherein you have to pay for international exposures. So it's all embedded in the program. French language, as I mentioned, is one of our USP. We teach all our students French language starting from semester 1 till semester 8, from an introductory stage to an advanced stage. French is there in all the semesters. We have a center for soft skills, which I'm not sure many colleges or universities in Delhi NCR has, wherein we teach our students soft skills, hard skills, body language, voice modulations, resume building, other value additions. So when I say value additions of a program, it's not just only 100% placement. Of course, we boast for 100% placement for our students, and you're the live example for this. But it's more of value additions in the program that we have on offer, which makes Vatel BHM program a unique program for the parents. And I would like to still emphasize, after all this conversation that we had for 20-30 minutes, parents are still have second thoughts. They have second thoughts about whether to send their ward for, or whether to choose hospitality as a field or not. Every field is demanding. If I say, if you choose engineering, it's very demanding. If you choose law, it's very demanding. If you choose design, it's demanding. If you choose art and architecture, it's demanding. They have those preconceived notions that hospitality is only hotels. Okay, you have to come out of that thought process, and then when you enroll, you have to be open to ideas, you have to be open to suggestions, you have to start thinking where I need to go after 3 years, where I need to go after 4 years. And then once everything is clear, once you have jotted down a path, curved out a niche path for yourself, and then you can move ahead without thinking twice, and then you come out with flying colors. So that's what Patel is all about. Our French roots help us to give uh, exposure, to give academic inputs to our students, with which not many colleges or institutes give.
Are giving right now.
Yes. So that's a USP. And apart from USP, it's the human touch, with one-to-one connection with our students, with a lot of help and support even after completion of graduation, even after 1, 2, 3, 4 years of graduation. We are still there for our pass out graduates, and it's the connection that matters, rather than the outcome, or rather than the program highlights. So it's a human centric program, and it's more of hospitality is all about connections. And our faculty is very diverse, in the sense that we have faculty from a background wherein we have both industry and academic exposure of the faculty. So they are well versed with what is happening in the industry right now. So that is also an added advantage. There are many USPs, but I will not call it USPs. Our main USP is that we handhold each student even after graduation. We handhold them, and we are concerned, and we try to put in our 100% efforts, and hopefully we have kind of succeeded in that. But we want, all we want is our students should flourish, and they should succeed, and they should remember their alma mater in a good way. Okay, it's not just college. It's something which is not merely a graduation. It is more about the touch. It's more about the efforts that we have put in. It's more about the results that are there after 4 years.
So thank you so much, Saurabh sir, for coming and sharing your thoughts about hospitality and motivating so many people who are sitting there, for the viewers who are actually watching, their parents who are actually watching, and helping them out and deciding them, making them decide that yes, hospitality is not a bad sector, but yes, it just requires hard work and patience.
Thank you, Sachi. Thank you for having me here. I look forward to a fruitful discussion, and I hope that our listeners get some key takeaways from this conversation. I'm always available to spread awareness about hospitality and hotel management. It's more of something which I love doing. So, any questions, any podcast, any interactions related to hospitality is very close to my heart, and I'm always there for uh, enriching conversations like this.